where your player is really going to use the most to log in and view their course materials. The 4 touch point system is really what we're trying to get accomplished every week. So that was the preview video before the week's work has started, then 2 workouts, then the review of the video we captured from the workouts. We try to encourage players to at least watch some of their clips, look at their stats, like check in on, third person objective view of themselves. It really has a powerful impact. And then the 4th one is our quiz at the end of each week to just ping their brain with getting them to recall, what's it called? What did we do? Why did we do it that way? What is it called? Terminology stuff. And helps it stick a little bit better. So this is this is actually on our new and improved website. We've been working on as a big project over time. And this is my portal to basically the customer facing side. So this shows like all of our courses here because I'm a client of all our courses, so I can go through them and like double check stuff as we're getting them launched. And so the Formula 2.0 is kind of being built. We're building the airplane just ahead of your players to really refine the content here with our version 2.0. And so I'm going to click in here. Basically, we'll be sending you an email with an invite to go set up an account. You can do one for yourself and one for your players if you choose. We can kind of add it to both, but it's great for your player if they have it on their phone and like they know what that login is and they can save it. And so like they pull this up, they log in here, and they see their stuff, right there in one place. So this is kind of the home page for the Formula 2.0. So this is where they would log in and see every time. And then the right-hand side is really their menu where they can go and click on the different aspects they need to see for each week. So it's got a brief description of kind of what they're in for, like I just described, the touch points. It's got something about the Homecourt app, which I know a few of you have asked some questions about, and I'm going to share from my phone in a few minutes to walk you through exactly what that looks like and how to get synced up so that your player can go see their own stats and we can tag them in it so it shows up on their profile on Homecourt and so forth. Just streamline that so they don't have to go digging to see it. It's like popping up on their news feed essentially to show them, each workout we do. So basically they'll get in here and click and watch a video. So let me just click on one. You can kind of see what that looks like. The introduction is one of our longer videos. It's going to be about 20 minutes. I think that page is not yet fully live. Let me click a different one here. Basically, we're going through 3 videos before their first workout is the goal. So as of tomorrow, we're going to start sending you like reminders to get those watched. And they basically have like a checklist. As they go through them and watch them, it'll check it off like you've done that part of the course so they can keep track of where they're at. So we have the first one I said, the intro is kind of what some of you guys came on the kind of the overview call with me a couple weeks ago. I just talked about like what is included in the course and what it looks like. So that's kind of the player version of that will be the first video. And then discovery here is 9 minutes. It's just really talking about our discovery process and like how we are measuring stuff to start the course so that we have a pretty good apples to apples comparison by the time they reach the end of the course. So they can come in here and click on each of these modules. Really the top one where it says explainer video is the important one that we want them to watch each week. So if I point you out here, the intro, explainer video, and explainer video here will be the 3 to start before we hit the court. And this one will be most relevant to what we're actually going to do on the court in week 1. And so that's the part that we really want them to see to prime their brain, like before they're on the court and I'm talking at them while they're trying to play and execute skill stuff, is like get them understanding, where I'm coming from, so that I always say it's less talk and more action. When we get on the court, we are getting after it faster. So we will, like I said, we'll send you an invite email with the link to just click and create a login for what's called Clickfunnels, is actually our hosting platform for the course. And then right on our main website is the Access Courses button. So you can go to our main website and click through there to log in and get to what you need to see. So I'm going to show you the UpperHand app first, which a lot of you guys are familiar with this already. If you did an evaluation with us, you would have scheduled at least that much so far. The great news about being locked in with the 12-week program is you don't really have to deal with this very much. Like we know the set schedule. It's 2 days every week, the same time, the same group. Like there's really not a lot that you have to be working on here. Whereas a lot of other courses, you know, there's flexibility schedule and so forth. But I want to just walk through so you are comfortable with this, just show you how this works a little bit so that you're comfortable if you do need to get on there. If you wanted to schedule like Dr. Dish time to get on our shooting machine, or, you know, we end up doing more stuff with you over time, it's good to be familiar with as you're starting the course. So I'm looking at a demo account from the client perspective, and this would be like what your parent profile would look like. And then if I scroll down, it shows my children, essentially, demo accounts that are managed profiles, it says here. And so if I click on that, Demo Smith is the profile I chose to sign up for the course. And so if you scroll down and click on schedule, it'll actually show all the workouts that you're currently scheduled for. So like I said, it's very consistent. It's every Tuesday and Thursday for a long time, all the way through May 30th. But if you had a question about schedule, like this is the place to go see it. Like if we had, let's say, you know, we're still in March. I always say snow doesn't stop until May. So like say we have a blizzard one day and we're going to cancel, like we will make up the session on a different day. And that's where, you know, you can go and eyeball that schedule. We'll also be communicating other ways if something like that comes up. But that's the basics of it. And then if you were to go look for like something else you want to sign up for, I mentioned Dr. Dish is one of our popular things. You can go in here and just book a time for a Dr. Dish session. So they could come in and get extra shooting, maybe even before or after their workout with us on a Tuesday or Thursday. That allows you to go just select, you can select staff, any available is fine, and then select the time and you can go through and book that. And that'd be the same with any of our other programs. I know some of you have younger kids that are thinking about joining some of our other stuff, so this is also relevant for them. And then there's memberships and there's class passes. Basically everything's right there in front of you. But the major thing I wanted to show you is just from your profile, how to get to see your player's profile, because the classes are scheduled under theirs and not yours. And without walking that through, it's not always obvious how to get from A to B. All right, so then the next and final platform is the Homecourt app. So this is where we use, it's really just a great AI software platform. It has an app that will be getting your player onboarded to, but it uses just our camera on the wall from our phone to capture stats and video of every shot that's taken in the gym. And so we're going to use this to capture all the workouts. And if we can get your players synced up with us, I was mentioning earlier, we can tag them in that film so it shows up on their feed automatically. So we will be onboarding you and your player to that. I'm always a fan of having parents be able to see the same stuff. So there's similar to what we just walked through on UpperHand of having a parent profile and a managed profile. You can actually set up and manage profiles on here. The part that it's not that intuitive of an app, so the button is not always obvious of where you need to push it. So where I'm going here is like the home screen. I'm hitting the little profile person button, and then I'm selecting the jersey icon, and that gets me to basically be able to see other people's profiles. So what they want to do from here is just search Play Practice Basketball, and then if they follow us, we follow them back, then we're synced and we can tag them going forward. And then a little bit about how we use it. So there's actually a lot more on here than we ever use it for. So if your player's looking for something to do at home and like work on some different skills, some reaction stuff, agility, like they've got a huge universe of different activities you can get to. We use it mostly for shooting, and I'm going to show you kind of a recent example of what it looks like when we've recorded a workout. So this small gray underlined line says recent activity. When you hit that, it takes you to all of your recent workouts. And so I can pull up what I just did earlier tonight is the top of the list. So this is why it's helpful to have your player have this sync to their own phone, is that we do 10 or 12 workouts a day. You can see we had like over 200,000 shots captured on our profile. So like if you don't want to go digging for the stats for your player, then us tagging them is a lot quicker solution. But basically the magic of this is that it shows us a shot chart. And when we tag them, it differentiates players. So right now it has play practice and Charlie. Charlie was the actual player on the court with me tonight. And so when I tag her, it shows all these shots under her name. But if we have 6 players in the gym, we can tag them. You know, it's approximate. If they wear exactly the same shirt color, it can't tell them apart very well. So you might see some stats got attributed to another player. But for the film part, it's fantastic. So let me show you down here. If you scroll down to all the categories of highlight videos, it shows all your shots. It shows all your makes or all your misses. And then if you scroll all the way over, it shows your entire workout. So I try to explain this to players where if we're doing something, let's say working on defensive footwork without a shot attached to it, the video wouldn't actually clip it into one of those categories that's self-sorted, you know, kind of automatically sorted into makes or misses. So the makes and misses are clips of 4 seconds that are 2 seconds before and 2 seconds after a shot was taken. And so again, if it's footwork stuff where we weren't shooting or we were working on defense, then watching the entire workout is a lot better because that has the continuity of film across the whole spectrum of the time we were on the court. And so you can watch, you know, some of the more nuanced footwork stuff that might be helpful, especially if they're going to work on their own, which is what I've come to call this is our practice database, because over time, you know, there's all of our players, all of our workouts on there they could go see, but seeing themselves do something like from start to finish of a workout is fantastic in my experience, because they see themselves how they were originally doing it, you know, say it doing it the wrong way or like doing it with some inefficiencies. And then they see what we changed and they see themselves doing it correctly. And then when they're at home in the driveway working on their own, they're like, let me look up that clip. Like I was working on left hand pull up footwork and like, okay, got it. Like now I can go remember what that felt like and go practice it correctly. You know, it's way better than, you know, handing them a printed checklist or just about anything else we could do homework wise. And then we have an add-on package we've talked to some of you about. We call the confidence warranty, which is very heavily film based. It's kind of our maintenance program. We'll be talking to you more about as we end the 12 weeks. This is like our system to maintain progress year round. And basically we take film either from this platform or from the game film if they're playing in a competitive season, and we do a voiceover. So I'm talking through, hey, here's you in this ball screen situation. Here's where, you know, you pulled up and shot over defender. I think you could have kept your dribble alive and made a different decision and all that kind of stuff. And so we use the clips from this a lot in order to continuously give players feedback and what I call seeing themselves through a coach's eyes. So they get another layer of reinforcement that like, oh, I never knew that about myself. Like seeing myself on video and hearing a coach describe it is like one of the most powerful things we found to do. So anyway, we're going to send you like an instructional video on the course I showed a minute ago. There is actually a segment on there for your player so they can watch like step by step how to set up the app and get synced up with us. And then I'll send you the recording of tonight's demonstration I just went through as well.
I have a question.
Yes.
So we're the family that doesn't use Apple products.
All
So
right.
how much of this is Leia not gonna be accessible to her?
Yeah, so actually, Coach Ken had an idea because you guys brought that up the other day. And I think what we would do, because I guess another aspect I didn't touch on actually, is that the all the clips on here are shareable. And so what we may do for Leia is just download this to like our cloud storage in Dropbox or something, and then we can send it to her so she could watch. We probably wouldn't get her the nuanced small clips, but she could have the whole workout and, you know, have that accessible. Like,
She had like
yeah,
someone else that has a device. Would
yeah,
that
exactly.
still be beneficial for her to do even if she couldn't be checking it that regularly?
Yeah, I think so. you know, she had, I don't know, friend at school that had an iPad or, you know, whatever that looks like, then yeah, I think, you know, being able to go in and like, it's one thing to watch, you know, we're going to be on the court for 60 minutes. So it's one thing to go and watch, you know, 60 minutes of workout versus like go in, like, I want to see my shots that I made. And like, maybe there's only 3 of them for the night, but it's like those 3 segments of 4 seconds are really powerful.